And he contacted us through the website and said he was interested in working on boats, not so much sailing, but working on boats. So we said, sure. We happen to be restoring a very old one that we're gonna take veterans to Hawaii on. And why don't you come out? So he did. At that time, my dad was alive, and he would meet with Brian, pick him up, and they would spend a half a day just working silently, quietly on the boat together. Dad had shown what needed to get done. They'd work alongside. Over time, Brian started to talk a little bit, started to open up a little bit. And, he had some real deep seated feelings of guilt, of shame, of rage that only when his hands were moving, it seemed, he could talk, he could even access,
Mm.
right? His parents got interested in the change that was going on, wanted to know why. We got to meet them. They became big supporters later, but that's a different story. Really, today Brian is living at home. He's mending. He's not in drugs anymore. He's cleaned up. Um, he's doing good. He's getting the help that he needs. And this was someone who was profoundly troubled, and he was suicidal and in and out of the justice system. And he got a lot better, and he's a work in progress. But I think that's the most, to me. Um, I like that one because I know for sure what would have happened
Mm.
if we'd blown off that call.
Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
and there's a few more kind of like that, but that one is I was we've all grown quite fond of him, and he's still he's still around, he's still doing work. But that's another one. Another real quick one is I walked in the door of a saw blade shop, a knife sharpening shop, not too long ago in Marin County, Walton Saw Works, and I needed to get some new table saw blades for the work we're doing. And out walked this guy, and old fella, but you could tell he was a Marine. He was just, still this buzz cut, super fit, 75-year-old gent. So we start talking. Come to find, he's, was a Vietnam vet, recon Marine, drafted at 19, saw a lot of stuff, the typical Vietnam veteran experience. Came back to the world after his duty was up, got spat on, took his uniform off, threw it away, put his civilian clothes on, burned the rest of his uniform, grew his hair long, tried to forget everything that had happened to him in the jungle, and then imploded, and then picked up the pieces, and now he's an author, and he wrote a wonderful book. You guys would love to have him on. His name is Darren Walton. He wrote a book called Dee Mao, and the book is getting noticed. It's getting awards, and it's just a raw, honest, authentic take on just a Marin County kid getting drafted and caught up in the Vietnam War, and right in the middle, in the thick of it, and how he dealt with that after. And the kicker is now he goes sailing with us, and he encourages the veterans that he comes into contact with to tell their story.
Mm. Okay.
And in telling your story, you can let go of so much, and you can start to forgive yourself if you feel like you need forgiveness. And so, yeah, Brian and Darren are my real success stories.